Alright, back again. How's everyone doing this evening? Back to testing some standard and finalizing our list, hopefully today, or at least close to it. Alright. Doing good, doing good. Won't be a whole lot of sweet brews on our channel tonight, unfortunately. We're going to be playing some stuff drives, trying to figure out the last few bits of what we want to play at the PT. None of the brews, other than the Bright Glass Gear Hulk, are the only things that I really might stray away from and play. Hey, thank you for the follow, Z Games. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good night and enjoying the stream. Is it Monuments to Artists feels absurd? I have not played that yet. I should probably give that a shot just in case it is good. I do have all the stuff for that. Is it actually? Could give that a shot. That is something that I wouldn't mind playing. I do like that deck. What list are you playing, Evan? No temporal lockdown. Boros Convoke, I think, is really, really strong right now. Definitely a list that I would recommend to people. I think that deck is really, really good right now. Beats. But otherwise, you usually just win the 5-0 list. I'll have to look and see. What did it 5-0 the last challenge? Have you... So the Boros Convoke deck, do you think is better than the Jeskai Convoke? Because I haven't seen that one yet. Or I haven't seen much of the Boros one. I just think it's probably pretty good. Somewhat recent. I was going to say, I saw one a little while ago. I didn't know if it had done it again. It doesn't look like it in the most recent deck dumps that was in there. So we can bounce a token and a Storm Chasers, double Storm Chasers. So these will be 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will get through. Well, 4. Do we die if we do that? Suppose we could bounce an Optimistic Scavenger. It's probably safer that way. Pump up the jam on our critters and beat face. Hey, chaps, how you doing tonight? I'm looking for it right now. In between games here, I might be able to find it. I don't think it was too far off. Yeah, Prowess Go Burrs, right? Turns out when you have a bunch of Prowess Otters, you can get real aggressive real quick. Came back from 20 down. Damn, that is impressive. Oh, this list. I found it. It's on Valentine's Day that it did well. Done on Moxfield as well. I think that's the right list. Got a couple Rals in it. Sorry, kitten. Didn't realize you were there. Is 5 otters going to be good enough? I don't know. I like Ral a lot. I think Ral's sweet. Wow, they got by the pain lands. Twice in the same game? No, I wouldn't have regretted that either. You deck yourself with that? That's hilarious. Oh, thank you. I accidentally kicked her. Aww. I went to put my foot up in the chair and there was a cat. Aww. Forgot she was there. This hand's decent. Unfortunately, we're on the draw, so they might get under us a little too quick here. Don't have pain lands, though, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Black Dawn was a hell of a draw. I'm pumped. I think it'll be cool. I'm a sucker for movies, though. I'm very excited they're doing that. I mean, at one point in time, they're talking about doing a TV show for Magic, so I'm pretty pumped they're going to do the live action. I think it'll be neat. Oh, this one? They're doing a live-action Magic one, too, though. Or they're doing a Magic Universe movie. But yes, I'm excited for that, too. All the live-action movies I've been pretty happy with. Well, not all of them. Some of them have been. You're a little scared. That's fair. I'm curious. I think it'll be neat. Live-action Hercules should be pretty sweet, though. Ditch one of our pixies here. Nowhere to run the pixie. Pick up our nowhere to run. Assuming this is going to die, but them having to destroy evil is pretty brutal. Luckily, we have the same option here. I'm doing the same thing we did last turn. Just nowhere to run and pick it back up. If they find a Hopeless Nightmare, we die, but... There's quite a few things that kill us here. Hopeless Nightmare kills us. Any removal spell kills us. That have actual nothing, and then we need to untap. Didn't have actual nothing, unfortunately. See if we get game 3. We're on the play this time. Should help a lot. Usually does. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. Not a bad hand, not a bad hand. Anytime we go talent, pixie talent's always a good start. Second talent. No blocks. I think here we're just killing Pixie. Attack for 6. Pixie back or nowhere to run. I'm not 100% sure, but right now I'm leaning towards this Pixie list. That's like my current lean for what I'm going to play. It's unfortunate we don't have a second blue source here. Your friendship with Pixie has ended. This is fair. The mana base here is not doing us any favors. We might die here. That doesn't kill us, thank goodness. No, it does. Yeah, they get to kill us here. That's brutal. Yep. We die. Damn, that sucks. That's a feel bad there. I think we were supposed to be aggressive there, though. I don't think we were supposed to try to play around double this town, or double Hopeless Nightmare. If we would have had a blue source, we would have won that game, I think, because we would have been able to, if we had a second blue source, because we could have this towned our other thing and replayed it. That's really what I wanted to do that turn, was this town ain't big enough, our Storm Chaser's talent recast. That was like the thing we needed to do that turn, just didn't have the mana for it. We'll either play this or we're going to play the Bant Gear Hulk deck. I just haven't decided which one I want to play. So we're going to give both decks a good amount of time tonight. We can not keep this hand. We can keep this hand and be annoyed about it, I guess. Not really sure why I played the island there. It was just bad. Probably. It's either going to be this or the Bright Glass Gear Hulk deck. I haven't decided which one I think is going to be actually be better. So I want to get some prep in with this, and then we'll play some of the other deck that I'm thinking about playing. Don't really want to attack, actually. I think I also just want to play Pixie for no value here. I think we're just banking on drawing a black source next turn, and this is the best way to get a Kaito down. Over to the 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 in that deck, huh? Okay. Interesting. It's not the land we wanted. I think that the most popular deck at the PT will probably be Esper, I would assume. No, that's wrong. It's going to be Gruul. 100% it's going to be Gruul. I always forget about Gruul. I think that will be the most popular deck. So I want to play a deck that I know has a decent matchup against Gruul, and I know this does. Found the black source. A little late, but we found it. Momentum Breaker. It's one of the main reasons I'm pretty high on this deck, because I do think it has one of the better matchup against Gruul. I want to have a good matchup against that. Oh, these oil deep gear hooks are a little rough for us. Well, I guess there's double Hopeless Nightmare then. I don't think we're blocking. They're just gonna gain 8. Ugh. What are they doing? They're just on mono 4-drops? Definitely will destroy evils. Nowhere to run seems particularly bad here. I don't know if we're going to cut them all, but we'll start with all of them out of here. No More Lies seems decent. With them on just a stupid amount of expensive cards. Not too keen on this Go for the Throat either. Let's try this. I think so. That was a list that's been popping up a little bit in challenges and 5-0s. Is just like stock blue black, just playing like 4 main deck Gear Hulks. Like main deck Gear Hulk, they're playing Gear Hulks probably and Bats. I think is what was in those lists. Losing that Momentum Breaker is killer. I'll put the counter on the Fear to get it out of cut down range. Does not get out of a Note with Affliction range, though. Well, I think we are very dead to the Gear Hulk that is about to come down. Hey, Corey, how are you doing tonight? Oh, Overlord. Overlord. I gotta pick up a Flood Pits Drowner. I mean, we don't... That blue-black, like, straight blue-black list can't be better than the Pixies lists, right? I wouldn't think. do love Overlord of the 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻, though. Kind of digging what opponent's doing. That was a good draw. We do take both cards out of their hand, so... Okay, you gotta go for the throat. Yep, there's a Flip It Drowner. Just have to hope that their draws were not super good here. Cut down, I'm assuming... Oh, they're keeping it. Okay. Take it. Interesting. Eat an Overlord. 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't attack. Behind on resources. Not the best of top decks. I was surprised I didn't flash that and just tap my thing. Go ahead. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Man, they have another Restless Reef too. I think we might be dead here, chat. I think we might have just gotten ground out here. Oh, are you? Big fan of Ozzy. I got a lot of good music Ozzy does. Oh no, this does anything for us. This is like a point of the game where we're too far behind to really be able to come back. I also did it just the actual worst possible time. We're going the wrong direction, chat. We're going the wrong way. Take a little break from the Pixies and switch over to the Bright Glass deck, see what we think of that. I mean, one of these two decks most likely is what I'm going to play at the PT. Sand is pretty bad. A bunch of our one-ofs. A Sandstone Salvager. We're on the play. I think we can do better than this. Keep this. Throw the Basilisk Collar. Add a car waste back. Oh, man. We found Domain? I don't know if Lincoln's Domain. Our deck is not particularly well positioned against the Wrath deck, weirdly enough. They got Beans and Overlord draw. Yep, look, it's Beans again. Yes, it sure is. Yeah, that's the biggest problem I have with this deck, and honestly with the Pixies deck, it's the same problem, is you have a lot of just hands that are kind of non-functional. Not like a lot, but enough that kind of makes it tough to want to play the deck sometimes. Well, it's not. I think it's because, yeah, like at the Pro Tour, the Gruul decks are also then piloted by really good players, and the Gruul deck when it's piloted by a really really good player is terrifying. Not that it's not good normally, but that is in the hands of a very good Magic player. The Gruul deck is just absurd, and it does just really beat up on the domain decks. I don't expect Domain to have like a very huge showing at this PT. It is. Well, we are very dead here. Ill-timed Explosion's an interesting addition in here. They're really stretching the mana. I don't think we can afford to wait another turn. I think we're just like 100% dead here, but we'll see. See what we can do. I'm not feeling the AJR right now. Let's switch it over to something else.
Somebody just knocked on the door. Did you hear that?
No, I think it was me.
Do it again?
I'll go check the
No,
door.
I think it was that.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Isn't it interesting, isn't it? Well, they are on the red overlord, so it's a little less surprising, but Invasion of Ixalan's interesting. This thing doesn't have reach, does it? No. Yep, binding. Take out my overlord. What? Are they really? Oh, well, that Zur means I'm packing it in. We ain't beating the Zur. I can't believe that they're opening a store in Hastings. That's insane. Huh. That's actually nuts. I don't want the Basilisk Collar. Trim on a couple of those. Trim on a bird. Trim on Bright Glass Gear Hulk, because it's the worst of our big threats here. Maybe we'll keep one more of those. Trim on one of these. Actually, we don't need the Basilisk Collar. What am I doing here? Yeah, it's interesting. I'm surprised they're opening there. Apparently Game Out's opening a store in Hastings. This hand's better than the hands we had last time, but again, we're gonna have a rough time. This matchup is pretty tough for us. Might try the blue-red deck after this. I'm kind of feeling like playing just some fun stuff for a little bit. That's true. Another RCQ would be cool. Attack for 2. Now that's quite the mano you got there. Copperline Gorge and Meticulous Archive. Fine with that. I think I'd rather have the 2. Alright, they target here. I thought they targeted the Insidious Sonicus. The beans are here. Do think we need to destroy the beans if we want to have a chance to win this game. Spell Pierce. So we probably want to Overlord this turn. Next turn we can Bright Glass Gear Hulk. Yeah, I think we want to Overlord first. I think that's better. Oh, I guess that's fair. I didn't think about that. I didn't know the GameStop closed there. Oh, that's amusing. Here comes the Overlord. The fact that we have no blue mana right now is a little bit of a pain in the ass. I think we're going to see what we can find with this first. Pop Hatch Recruiter. Where's Run in the Wrath? Let's go. That's not Wrath. If they don't have a Leyline Binding, we have 7 damage in play right now. Hastings, Nebraska. Good old Nebraska. This is where we are located. They never Wrath last turn, so I'm assuming they don't have one this turn. They have one more draw step at finding something. Finish drafting, and now have to play some standard. Any new remarkable stuff to look out for? Not really. Nothing like shocking. What does that do? Destroy target artifact or enchantment if it gives us promise to destroy 2 target artifacts or enchantments. What? Why don't people play that card? Oh, it's a sorcery, I guess? Huh. Nothing overly exciting from the new set has changed much. Honestly, there's some like decent changes to the Delirium decks. We only have 3 damage coming through here, so we just die to that stupid Zur. That's tragic. How did this game get away with us? Get away from us? Okay, we'll try the 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 version after this. Let's give just the straight green right version a shot. I haven't even tried that version yet. Let's pull a 𝔹𝕃ℎ𝔻 list real quick and try that.
What are they opening in Hastings?
Game on.
Oh,
Apparently the GameStop there closed.
I'm not shocked.
So this is the last 𝔹𝕃ℎ𝔻 list that did good. Oh my lord, if I could type. I like the blue, but it might be better. The mana base just might be worth it to play this. I don't know about the Enduring Innocence, though. Doesn't seem as cagey as the other ones. Maybe it's worth it to play the Enduring Innocence. We're gonna try this list verbatim because it is the one that did well. See what we think. One more time. I like the blue. I really do. It's really nice against the domain decks, but I mean the mana base has been a little rough. The 3-color mana bases in this format are honestly pretty awful. This deck really needs an Elvish Mystic, is what it needs. It needs 2 1-mana dorks. Really badly. Beseech the Mirror, I believe you have, but Beseech the Mirror is one hell of a drug. I do love that card. So good. Card is cracked. So much fun to play. The Hopeless Nightmare. I think we'll just Dark Rose Reliquary. Land is a great draw. That's fair. I agree with that. I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been like a really, really good deck with that card because I think Beseech the Mirror is a very reasonable card. It is the Molt Tender. I just don't think it's good enough. I think you can only play that card in the Insidious Roots decks. I do think it's good in the Roots decks though. The card's like cracked in the Roots decks. Yeah, I think green red aggro is the best deck in the format right now, and I think that is the best aggro deck you're gonna get is the green red aggro. So discard the Gear Hulk or the Cage? Probably the Gear Hulk, right? We stick Cage here. God, both these suck. Aggro is very good. Even the Pixies list I would consider to be an aggro deck. Like the Esper Pixies list are more aggro than mid-range. That Kaito cast is a little weird to me. Go ahead. Yep, Kaito was just cast last turn. Take this. I do think we're favored, but I think we're having a rough time here. We're just having a rough go tonight. We've just been getting kind of slammed around. We would have. You're not wrong. Well, actually, we would have been able. Yeah, we would have been able to kill it exactly, depending on what else they had in their hand. But they had a Storm Chaser's talent. Yeah, we've had a rough go of it so far tonight. That's all right. Happens. Can't win them all, unfortunately. And to be fair, if we're gonna have bad games, I'd rather have them now than have them at the PT. Bat kills Kaito for free. So I guess what we're doing. You can cast for Offspring off Cage too, which is nice. We can grow our creature to the Sandstorm Salvager here. It does look like we're in a really bad spot, but I don't think we're actually in that bad of a spot at this point in time. We're definitely not ahead, but... Second Otter's a little annoying. What creature are we throwing away here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess we don't have to technically throw any creatures away if we don't want to. I think we're supposed to block with probably just the Pop Patch Recruiter. End step, we throw counters on our critters. Battle Cry, counters again. Flood Pit Drowner would be annoying. Double Flood Pit Drowner would be, like, the actual worst thing that could happen to us. Because they are just on the straight blue-black version. The Xur decks are still really good. Like, the Domain decks are really powerful. They just have a hard time with Gruul. They pretty much just clown on everything else, but they do have a hard time with Gruul. Did they just tap my Sanguine Evangelist? Alright, counters on things. Okay, math time. 4, 5, 6. I throw a lifelink on the bat. Four, 5, 6, 7. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They block here. We can't kill them. Gain 5 and pass. I think that's how we win this game. Block like that. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night and enjoying the stream. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Opponent gets a lot of draws of good cards here, so hopefully they blank. We need the big bricks here. Hoping for the big bricks. Oh, Enduring Innocence right off the top. Beautiful. Just what we didn't want. So, any removal spell for our bat basically means the game is over. Is there any way we can win through that happening? So those are just attacking with these two, seeing what happens. They can, like, animate Soulstone Sanctuary, plus this 10 ain't big enough, bounce, like, nowhere to run, and eat our board pretty well. Even just to go for the throat there is pretty bad for us. Bright Glass Gear Hulk. We're gonna go grab Dusk Rose. Oh, did we ever use our Dusk Rose? Oh no, we discarded it. Fuck. That's bad. Guess we grab Haywire Might. I think we're dead, chat. I think we're gonna die to the silly cat. This is game one, I suppose. Maybe they just don't have anything in their hand. Maybe they got 5 lands. We can beat 5 lands. Can't beat much else. We can beat that. Hey, Grixis Leader, how you doing tonight? That was pretty bad for us.